If you're under the age of 18, the content of this video is not intended for you. Please stop watching now. Hey YouTube, it's Audrey, and I'm here to share what I've been doing the last couple weekends. The weekend before last, I attended Pinkfresh Studios Create and Connect, which is their holiday event. That was September 23rd and 24th. And then I'm going to be sharing what I got made so far in that particular class with you today. And then on a second video, I will be talking about the SCT Create and Crop and Create. They're very close. Create, Connect, Pinkfresh, Crop and Create, SCT. So, the SCT one was just this past weekend. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So technically it's still Sunday, but it's really Monday morning for me. I mean, it's Monday morning time-wise. I haven't gone to bed yet. So I actually just finished up the SCT one, but oh my God, I was so impressed with that one. But anyway, that'll be a different video. It would be just too long to show both of these together. But we'll start off with this one. The Pinkfresh Create and Connect program was the last weekend. And this was the third one that I did. This one was the holiday one. They do a holiday one in September, and then they usually do a spring card making one in, I think it was in March or April. And so, they also do scrapbooking versions, but I've only done the card making ones. And actually, this is the first one that I've actually made any cards from. I was determined this time that I was going to watch live and that I was going to make some cards. And I'm going to continue making cards until I've made them. With this one, there were 6 classes. And with each class was 2 hours. And in those 2 hours, they did 2 cards. Or maybe the classes were 90 minutes. I don't really remember anymore. If these were 90 minutes last week, the one from SCT were 2 hours. I think they were 90 minutes. And they did 2 cards. And then we had a break between classes. So they did 3 classes each day. And then they had a kickoff and a wrap up. So you sign up months in advance for those of you who aren't familiar, and then you get a box of goodies sent. And so with each class, you have instructors like Jennifer McGuire did the wrap up. You had Leah and I can't think of the other lady's name from Pinkfresh. You had Carissa Wiley and a couple other people that taught classes. And actually for a scrapbook, this one for Pinkfresh, Jennifer was online, but she didn't actually do the class because she had surgery the day before and somebody else taught the class for her. But Jennifer McGuire was online and was inputting and answering questions, and they did have some videos of her showing a few things. But regardless, each class you made 2 cards live, and then there was a make and take for each class that you could do later. So 3 cards basically with each of the kit packets, and then you had the videos that you could watch for, I don't know, I think unlimited. They're housed in a private Facebook group, but I think they'll be there until Facebook changes. So anyway, I rambled on along about the program. let me show what was in the box, and then I'll go kit by kit or class by class, and then show you the cards that I got made. Out of the possible 12 that were shown in class, I got 10 of those 12 done. And so I'm proud of myself. I didn't necessarily get them all done during class. As a matter of fact, I didn't get not one totally and completely done between class. But I did get some done on the breaks. And then a couple of them, I just had to put a couple finishing touches on. So anyway, now I'll show you what we got. They always give you the swag piece. This time it was these gold reverse tweezers. The one that was in the spring that I didn't get to do because of surgery, that one was a jewel picker. And then the one from last holiday was the Pinkfresh small brushes before they came out. So this time we got the tweezers. There were 2 pieces of this fabulous iridescent glitter paper. And this is what I have left of it. They send you a packet that has several things in it that will go across all classes. And this time, well, I think they started it in the spring. They put everything in bags. They separated the classes because the first one I think I got last time just had stuff in a box. So it tells you what's in here. So they have an essentials bag. And with the essentials bag, that could go across all the classes. So there were these clear gems. There was these holiday ephemera stickers, 25 pieces. And you could see there what some of them say. Then you got the standalone stencil. This is the geometric tile, and this is what it looks like. And then also, I failed to say that with Pinkfresh's ones, everything that they give you is previously unreleased. So everything is all new. It hasn't been released. Don't know if they will release it. Some things they will, some things they won't. I noticed that at this holiday release that they just had, a couple of the things that were in the holiday kit from 2022 were just being released. Other things still aren't released from that one. So it just depends on, you know, if they decide to, but not everything that are in these kits will ever be released. So just so you know, you may not be able to find some of this stuff in the future. This is a fabulous set. This is 2 frame dies, and the frame actually, there's 2 sizes, and it actually cuts out 3 different pieces that you can use. And so that's what that looks like. And I need to move it along because this is already taking a long time. So then there's this one, and again, like I said, none of this has been released, but this is a standalone slider die. Oops, sorry about that. And then you can make something similar to that where pieces slide out. So that was what was in the Essentials kit and the swag. So then kit number 1 was my favorite kit. This one was called Holiday Spirit. It was taught by Leah Lawson, who is from Pinkfresh. And you get this fabulous stamp set that has this nice holiday drink, and then it has sentiments and a lemon or a lime slice. You have the dies to go with it, and then the stencils. So you can see on the back here they have for their examples. So I love that set the minute I saw the sneak previews of it. So with that set, there were 2 cards for the class. There was this one. This was the first card. And with these classes, they usually don't have you finish the insides. I went ahead in this case for this card, and I finished the inside with one of the pieces of that frame, or 2 of the pieces of the frame, and then one of the sentiments in the set. But I love these classes because they have you learn, they teach you some techniques. Some you know, some you might know and just have never tried. So they give you the opportunity to really do stuff that you may not normally do, or try something that's something outside of your style. So with this one, we did ink blending, we did some embossing, some layering of your sentiments. Just love that card. So that was the first one. And then this was the second one. It was a slimline one. And you could make them your own. These are the basic outlines. I changed this one up a little bit from the way they had it arranged, but I used sort of the same color schemes. Now with the Pinkfresh ones, you do not get paper, other than this time they did the glitter paper because they're introducing glitter paper. But you have to provide your own. And for the first time, I did not say this time was the very first time that they partnered with another company. They partnered with the Stamp Market. So the Stamp Market presented one of the 6 classes. And they have opened up registration for, well, they haven't opened up registration yet. They've announced the information on the one for the spring. And for that one, they are partnering with I'm not sure what it's called. I wanted to say the Pink Market, but that's not the case. But anyway, Pretty Pink Posh. That's what it is. I knew it would come to me. So that information is on their website as far as when it's going to be, when registration is going to open. It's going to open sometime this month, and I believe that it will be held in February. So if you're interested in doing the next card making one, that's when it's coming up. So this is this card, and lots of bling on here. And then you did the shadow, kind of real light inking. I don't know if you can really see it or not, but it has the drink in the background very faintly on both of those. And again, I did the inside on my own because they don't usually finish those. So that's the first class. The second class was Holiday Gifts with Carissa Wiley. And with that particular class, you got the stamp set, you got the stencils, and then you got this die set. And then it makes something like this for the example on the back. And so with this one, I pretty much stuck to the colors that the color schemes that they used. I didn't have, a lot of them use Stamp Market cardstock, so I didn't have any of that. So I matched colors that I had with Tonic and Michael's 110 pound. And then with some of them, I didn't make my own bases. Some of them I used some of the 50 million A2 bases that I have from Spellbinder's card kits. But anyway, this is the first card, and it has lots of layering techniques. We color with the stencils. And with this one, this comes out to here. And it says, may this season of giving bring you, and this is joy. And I have my joy just a little down too low because I didn't measure correctly. Should have been either over a little bit so you can see the JOY, but I kind of covered it up. But it still works. People could see it. So both of her cards were interactive. And as I said, I didn't finish the inside of this one. Then the second card was this one right here. And it says, wishing you a joyful holiday season. And with this one, I added my own little open stamp from a Lawn Fawn stamp set. And I added Velcro to hold it down. And then when you open this one, the gifts slide up and out. So it's a little interactive there. And then again, I still have to do the insides because you don't do those in class. All right. Class number 3 was the stamp market class. And I only got one of the 2 cards done for this one. This one had a lot of cutting, and all of them you had things that you were supposed to do for homework, and I hadn't had a chance to do that. Many things were happening this week. It was the first anniversary of my mom passing. So it's a difficult week and difficult time coming up. So just didn't get done. Like the second one, I have pieces cut out for the second card. Now work on that because there's other pieces, but it had a lot of die cutting in it. So I just got one of them done, and I'll continue to work to get the second class card done and the make and takes, because as I said, there's a make and take card for each one that they showed pictures and gave instructions of that you could do on your own. So with this one, we have this stamp set, and then there's dies in here, and then a stencil. And the stencil I haven't used yet. That's on card 2, but I did use the die and this stamp set for the first card in the class that I did get made. And that card is one I really, really, really love. Well, both of their cards are gorgeous, just very time consuming. But this is the first card that I made. Actually, it's the second card in the class, but it's the one that I made. And as you can see, there's lots and lots and lots of die cutting. Like the J and the Y are cut out 3 different times, in a yellow, and that in a glitter paper, and then in a pink. And there's Joy to the World. You cut out the circle, stamp and emboss. You got all these leaves that you cut out. And then I added this pink matte layer. That wasn't part of the actual card. So then it is an easel card, and I line the inside, and then this little strip is how it stands up. And that was part of the original card. So it's like that on the side. So really, really, really like that card. And the other one is a wreath, and it opens, and the wreath kind of overlaps. And it's just, you had to cut all the leaves out and stuff. But the second card is very pretty too. Class number 4. And that class was taught by the owner of the stamp market, Amy Yingling. Class number 4 is Folk Snowflake with Heather Hoffman, who is from Pinkfresh Studios. Here's the stamp set. This is the example that's on the back. Then there's a die to go with it and the layering stencils. So for that particular one, the 2 cards I do have made. This is the first one, and I altered these a bit because with both cards, I did it twice in the same class. After telling myself not to do it with the first card, I did it again on the second card. But these were all A2 cards. So this card was the card without the green mat and without this white larger. I made it larger because the A2, I had glued the panel on upside down because they were top folding cards. So I glued the panel upside down. So I had to cut the panel off. And then I adhered it to a green mat and a slightly larger pink card. So this card is actually larger than what it originally was. So it was originally that white portion that you see. Then the second card was a shaker card, and I did the same thing. I had the shaker on the card panel upside down after I had told myself not to do it. I turned around and did it like 2 seconds after I said don't do it. So I cut the shaker box off of there and cut it out, and then I added a matte layer and a larger card. But it has an inset of the pattern, the stamp, and you did the cutout. It was a very fun type of way to do it. So, but turned out nice this way. Then class number 5 was Ornaments and Foliage with Shannon Peltier. And there was this set. Then the dies, and then the stamps. And then this is the make and take in this one. I can't even talk, can't hold anything, it's late. The make and take for this is a mini slimline, so I did get the card base done for that, but that's all. But this is the example on the back here. So with this particular set, there were 2 cards that I got made. I got the 2 cards made. The first one, well, this was the second one in the class, but this one was a clean and simple card, but she showed you some techniques with using clear embossing powder to make the colors more vibrant in there, and we did some resist on that, and just very simple techniques, but came out very nice. And the second card was a little bit of a watercolor technique. And with this one, we actually stroked the ink down the front of the card and then sprayed it with water and let it run down. And so you got what you got. This was the second one I did because I really didn't like the first one. So I like this one a little bit better. A little different for me. I'm not used to doing that kind of background and things for my card, but turned out okay. Then we did some gold embossing powder for the insides and around the stamp and the sentiment. So that was class 5. Now, class 6, there was no kit because it was a Jennifer McGuire class. And what she does a mix-it-up class. And she takes things from all the other classes and comes up with a card or all the things out of the boxes. And so she presented, I think, 3 cards and a 3D thing that she made a 3D ornament out of that snowflake. So I only did one of the cards that she did, but I did them in my own colors. These are not the colors that she originally showed it in. So I wanted to do something a little different. And of course, I decided to do black, gold, and white. So this one has a lot of embossing. I did not color in the ornaments because, of course, it was black. I guess I could have did it with metallic colors, but the original one had the colors, the ornaments colored in, the leaves, all of that colored in with the stencils. But I just wanted to do something a little more simple. I also heat embossed the sentiment. And so with this one, this is where that slider card comes in. And it slides up like that. And then there's another sentiment here. So that one is an interactive one. And then she also made a second version of this, slightly different. So that'll be the other card that she used that for. And then there's a, like I said, there's a third card for the make and take that was a little more simple. And then the snowflake in the 3D. So this video has gotten kind of long, but I just kind of wanted to share with you. I was so proud of myself that I got 10 of the 12 class cards done. And then I could do the make and takes whenever. But now I have some Christmas and holiday cards in addition to the few that I got done with Gail's Gail Bank Creations challenge. So I'm happy I got a little stash started. And God knows I got plenty of Christmas stuff to make even more cards. But kind of wanted to share, just let you know what you get in that Pinkfresh, in those Pinkfresh boxes. And I think I shared the one from the spring with you, even though I didn't get to do that one. But anyway, it's time to go to bed. You guys have a great and a very blessed day. Bye-bye.